You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Excited to check out the next toy oven in my kids' electronic toy oven series. Now this one does not cook with light bulbs, it cooks with heating elements. It is the Little Lady Oven made by Empire Metal, and there are all different styles of this oven. It'd be very difficult to actually collect them all, and they go way back to the 30s, 40s. I believe this one's sort of in the 50s, maybe early 50s. There are other versions of the same oven. So let's kind of take a look at it and learn a little bit more about it. Now this one actually has double burners on the top, which is really nice. This was the actual oven I wanted to use in my mini kitchen. I was going to restore it, paint it, and match it up for that kitchen, but it's just too big. It's almost 2 inches taller, so it wouldn't fit that actual kitchen. And then these knobs here, the red knobs, they don't turn. They're just kind of there for looks. Now I've seen some of these where you can turn them and they turn on the burners. This one does not. This little label was stuck to the glass, so I had to take it off because I knew I was going to be baking with it. It says fiberglass insulated oven, bake just like Mother does, and in your own little lady range, use premixes from Mother's Kitchen. Now this doesn't open, so it's just kind of like a fake handle. I've seen some of these too where lights light up under here, which would be really cool, but not available on this oven. This oven door does open. Let's see if I can show you a little bit in there. It's hard to see with the lighting. Maybe I'll show you, I'll put a light in there when I'm actually ready to bake. And then I might just turn it around. I have it on this here because it is metal on the bottom and it would scratch my tabletop. So it's pretty solid oven, solid all the way around. It says nice light lime green with the copper top. And then let me just give you a top down and a close up. The little timer on the top doesn't really, it's kind of like a label that's on there. It's not painted on. So it says start at 3, cooking for 2 hours. And it's like a copper finish up here. And then the top was pretty nice. That's why I wanted to use this oven, because you can put a pan on this side, a pan on this side, and you have a spot in the middle to set things, which I thought was pretty cool about this oven. Very realistic looking with the glass front door. So there's not much more to the oven itself. I've done a basic cleaning on it, but since I'm not going to use it for any future videos coming up anyway, I thought I didn't want to spend too much time on it, but it's ready to actually cook in. So when I come back, I will have the mix out, so you'll see what I'm actually going to make for you today. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now we've looked at the oven, and what am I going to make? I am going to make a triple layer Jiffy golden yellow cake. I'm going to frost it in vanilla, and some of you are probably saying, why doesn't he do this in the Lucky Mini Food kitchen area? It's because I'm going to do this all full scale, and I haven't really sized it down for that set yet. And then I thought, well, I do want to test the burners, so how about I take some strawberries, some sugar, get them in a little pan and either make a drizzle or something to put in between the layers. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. So when I come back, we will make the Jiffy cake mix and get started. All right, the first part of the process is to make my cake mix. Now this Jiffy mix, I might have used similar Jiffy mixes in the past. You just take 1 package of the golden yellow cake mix, 1 egg, and a ½ cup cold water. Now my oven is preheating, so it's turned on in the back there. And then you blend it for 30 seconds, and then you beat it with your mixer for 3 to 4 minutes, or you can do it by hand for 5 to 6. And then of course I'm not using these pans. I'm going to use my little easy bake pans, which I've used before. So let's get started. All right. I think I'm going to break that up just a little bit. There's some bigger lumps in there. All right, my water, and then 1 egg. Gotta watch the shell. I got a little bit of shell in there. Let's see if we can hold it back. Okay. So I'm gonna mix this now for about 30 seconds. and then right to the hand mixer, which I have set up and ready to go. So let's get the hand mixer ready, and then I'll do another 3 to 4 minutes on medium. So let me do that next. All right, now they say medium, but this mixer is pretty fast on 1, so I'm gonna leave it there. We'll go 3 minutes. All right, so what I'll do is I'll keep checking back, and we'll check back, say, at a minute and a half, and we'll see where it's at. All right, so that's 2 minutes. Wow, that's a long time, isn't it? But I think it looks pretty good. So there's just a little bit of time left. So let me finish it up, and then we'll come back and put it in our little cake pans and get set to bake some cake. All right, so here's what I'm going to do, because I do want to test this for the mini kitchen channel, and I thought I would try 1/3 cup to see how much batter each one would hold. This is also 1/4 cup, so we'll try both of those. Let's get the pans ready. Okay, and then I'll scoop in. Here, let's do 1/4 cup first, and we'll see if that's the right amount of batter. Now, of course, you don't want to fill it up all the way. You just want it to cover the bottom, because it will rise. I think that's actually pretty good, because it's going to need some room to rise. So it's about 1/4 cup of batter. So let's do the next one. And then, of course, I will get this in the oven. So let me get this last one filled. Come on, last drip. Now, I have lots of batter left, so I can take this to a real oven now if I want to finish it off. My triple layer cake, something I've never done before, in miniature or full size. So this will be a real challenge for me. All right, look at that. So takes about 3/4 cup of batter to do the 3 cake pans. So let's put one of them in the oven. All right, I've added some additional lighting here. So we're going to actually put the first cake in, and then I'm going to see how long it takes to bake. But I want to get the camera set up here, look inside, way inside the oven. And then I'm going to try to shine it through the glass. So that might take a few minutes or a few seconds to set up, so I will be back. All right, the cake is bubbling and rising already. It took me a few minutes, actually 2.5 minutes to get to this point with the lighting. I had to add an extra light on the top. So what we're going to do now is just let it bake and see how long it takes to get a nice golden brown cake. All right, checking back in. It's about 6 minutes. It's looking really nice. It's rising really nice too. So I will just keep checking back in. All right, the first cake now is looking really dark on the edges. So I think on the second cake, I'm going to raise it up, because I bet you the heating element is right under this bottom area. So if I raise it up, second cake should come out a little bit better. So let me switch them out. Doesn't look like the top's completely done, but I can tell I'm getting close to burning the cake. All right, cake 2 is going in. And now from this point on, I'll just let these bake. They're baking about 11 minutes. And then I will start the strawberry. So let me do that next. All right, I wanted to show you cake 2, which has got about 4 minutes left on the baking. It does look better. It doesn't seem to be as dark on the edges. I did tap it down a little bit more to get some of the air out. So that's why I kind of test ovens like this to see the best way to use them. Now this one here, as you can tell, putting the second pan on the bottom really helped. So let me move on now to the strawberries. All right, here we go. I am going to use some of the stuff that I do use in the other set, just because it works perfect here. So I want to cut these down. And then I will cook these in that sauce pot, you see. Just want to break them down a little bit here. I think, what do you think, like 2 or 3 strawberries is enough? And then, let me see, let me find a nice ripe one here. Ooh, this one looks really good. It's ready to go. It's ripe and ready. So I thought a little bit of water, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of cornstarch would make us a nice little cherry topping, or strawberry topping, sorry. It is strawberries, not cherries. I mean, you can cut them this way or you can cut them this way. It is a little different height level for me here, cutting on this oven. But I think it's working. Okay. Let me adjust my camera. We'll move over to the top now, and we will make the strawberries. All right, here we go. I have 18 seconds left, so let me, I wasn't ready. Let me get the cake out. I'm still kind of got things here in the way. And getting my sugar ready and stuff. The cake's gonna go off in just a second here. I will move it to a hot plate I have off to the side. There it goes. My sound is off, but now you can at least see the next cake come out here. Let me get my oven mitt on because it is hot. Here, look at that. So it's a nice golden brown on the top. Let's put in the last cake. This one's been tapped down a few times. Get my timer set. Okay, so it's about 11 minutes. And then I do want to test this pan a little bit here, just to make sure that it's hot and ready. Ah, we heard the sizzle, so let's get these in here. Okay, a little bit of water. Okay, and I'll probably do a half a teaspoon of sugar. And then a little bit of cornstarch. Probably about the same to kind of thicken this up a little bit. And then let's mix this up. Now it should just break down and make a nice topping for my cakes. All right, let me let this heat back up because with these older stoves, these smaller stoves, ooh, I don't like that. It's got a little piece of the stem in there. Let's get that out of there. And then it should all mush up really nice. So I'll keep checking back on this. I've got about 11 minutes on the cake. And then soon we will be decorating and frosting and, of course, tasting. All right, I did some shifting of my oven, but it's cooking really nice up here. Strawberries have broken down a little bit. It's thickening up. Really nice. So this will make a nice topping. Maybe I'll cut some fresh strawberries on top and just put this on top of my cake. I'm not sure. It might even work between the layers. I don't know yet. Never done this before. So now let's check out the cakes. Cake number 3 is almost done. Doesn't that look good? Let me taste it. It's hot. Hold on a second. Sweet and strawberry. Very good. Let's check out the 2 cakes that are done so far. All right, cake number 1. Remember I was showing you it was really dark? Well, that one is a little too dark. So I have a burnt cake. So I'm going to leave that one off. So cake number 2, I left in 2 minutes shorter. So it does seem like it's softer. Let's see what it looks like on the bottom. Hopefully I don't have 2 burnt cakes. Let's see. It feels softer. It looks softer. Ooh, nice. All right. So that one is set. And then I'll take cake number 3 out. Let it cool. I'm not going to use this cake. It was probably good to have the test for the first one. And now I'll make a double-decker strawberry cake with vanilla frosting. How does that sound? I'll be back with the last cake. I did want to check in one more time to the strawberries. And then I'm thinking now I might use this as a topping for maybe a scoop of vanilla ice cream on the side. Doesn't that look good as a topping? It was really just to test the stovetop. So I know right now that it will cook. It will definitely boil something. So when I come back then, I will be on the cakes. Sorry for that little interruption there, but I wanted to finish this up, get these off the burner, and then put it all together. All right, I have everything out, and another change of plans. Well, we'll see what happens. My cakes came out nice. They are soft and ready. I do need to frost them. Now the main point of this video is for me not to show you that I don't know how to bake cakes and stuff. No, that wasn't the point. The point is I need to know about that little lady oven, and you can kind of learn about it. And I've learned about it. Does it bake? Yes. Will it heat up and cook? It definitely will. So from this point on, I guess I'm just playing. I want to frost this a little bit before I put the cakes together. Now, I watch Cake Wars. Anybody else watch Cake Wars? I know they do all kinds of crazy things on Cake Wars and all the different cooking shows. I think I watch most of them. Top Chef, that one. Before I put it together, I thought, maybe I could squeeze a little bit of strawberry in there. I don't have any kind of fancy cake stands, especially in miniature, but I do want to build up a little lip. I was reading online that if you build a little lip around it before you put layer 2 on, it'll help keep everything in. So I thought, it'd be neat to see if I could construct. I'm putting a lot of frosting kind of between the layers. Ooh, that frosting is good. Let's move you out of the way. You're going on top. So I kind of just want a little valley in there. And I was reading about crumbing and all that. I thought, ooh, I'm going to do all this, but it's just not me right now anyway. Okay, here we go. That looks like a nice valley, huh? Put something inside. Like strawberry. I think I too might make a little change there. We'll see. I thought about it, still bringing some ice cream, but I want to get this in the center. How's that as a filling, huh? All right, now let's put this on top of this. Okay. Now I've seen him cut the tops of the cake off and do all that fancy stuff, but I just, that's not the point of this video. There's other great YouTubers that specialize in this. I specialize in testing mini ovens. How's that? You see it's leaking out of the side. I thought I had it. It's still holding its shape in most of the spots. I've had a breach. Okay. Not too bad though. Let me bring this up and kind of lock it in. I probably should have done that first. I know all you cake experts can help me out, but it's not something that I normally do. I do eat cake though. I mean, I've watched Cake Wars where professional cakes slide off the other layer and they overbake them, they do mistakes, so. I think that's the only breach right here. Look at that. Let me put a little more there. All right, let me clean this up a little bit. I think I've got it, at least till I can move it to my plate. That's the worst part of Cake Wars, when they make them lift the whole cake and carry it across, right? All right, look at that. Let me reset here. Move it to the plate, and then I will cut it and taste it. All right, time to move it. Successful so far. Ooh, let's do this way. Let's get my finger under there to scoop it all out. Tasty. Let me cut a little strawberry from the top. I'm not ready to bring in my ice cream yet. I'm gonna just do a little bit of this on the top. Not a lot. Not too fancy. Although I always think I want to be on Chopped. I think if I was going to be on any cooking show, it would be Chopped, because I tend to just do things on the fly like I normally do, like you've seen in videos like this. I had no idea when I started how this was going to end, what it was going to be. There, that is my strawberry, and I'll put this little piece to finalize it. All right, now the tasting part. Let me get my ice cream because I want to put the rest of this on the ice cream and then taste it all. I'll be back. All right, here's the point in the video that I enjoy the most. Well, who wouldn't, you know, the tasting part. Let me get a little vanilla ice cream in my little sundae cup. I think that's good actually, because now I can pour some strawberry on top. Like I said, when I started this video, I had no official plan because the main thing for me was to get that oven tested. Here we go, some strawberry. That looks good, huh? Well, to me it does. It's still a little warm, so it's gonna melt down. All right, let's cut the cake. That's the most exciting part to see. Let me get a better initial look at it here. I'll zoom in so you can see it. I would say not bad for no plan. All right, do you want to see it cut from the side or the top? I don't know. How about this? Let's cut a piece here. I know in MasterChef they'll hold it up and they'll look at it from the side and say, not enough filling, or however they do it. I still think it looks good. All right, there is the cut up cake, and then let me just put a little ice cream next to it. I'll take a bite of this and a bite of this. Looks good. It tastes really good actually. For my first attempt, I think I came out pretty good. So there you go. Remember, not about me baking or the final baking results. It's about that oven. And I'm going to say I've locked it in history now. So if I ever need to come back to the video, I can see, all right, how did it bake? How did it cook? What do I remember about it? So I have that all set. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a little chaotic, but sometimes I just don't know exact direction of every video. And if you want to see more ovens, now I've done a lot of them, look in that description for a playlist. Or as always, you can just search Lucky Penny Shop. Later! If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS-Dave!
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
pick it up.
Thanks for watching.